reservoir looks really frozen. I've seen a bunch of ice fishermen out there during the week, so I'm relatively sure it's okay. But I do have some safety devices with me in case something goes wrong. We're gonna hike down and cook a little eggs and bacon for breakfast today. I did put my crampons on because getting down here, the main trail was nothing but ice. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Getting out's gonna be a little tricky. I might have to blaze a new trail or something. We'll figure it out. Staying off the main trail right now because that is all ice underneath it. We had some rain on Friday. It wasn't cold enough to snow. It was part of that big storm that covered most of the country. And it was rain, so all this rain turned to ice. Let's see, make sure I don't bust my ass. A couple tracks over here. I don't know what that is. Somebody's snowshoeing. Those are old snowshoe tracks. And that was mine, and I had it hidden elsewhere. Someone decided to take it down here and use it. And fucking litter. Leave a goddamn beer can there, scumbags. Oh, look at that litter too. Fucking assholes. I hate people. I swear to God. Some more litter. Fucking plastic bag. Can't have anything nice. People ruin everything. Man, it's beautiful. Not a soul in sight. I am not going to venture too far out here because it looked like there was some ice melt, especially right there. Looks like it melted and froze over. No idea how thick that is. I'm not going to take any chances. I think I'll set up right here and cook. I did, being on the ice always makes me weary. When I was about 12, I think, me and some friends were on a camping trip. You know, like with adults there and stuff. So we decided to go for a hike by ourselves and went out onto a lake that was frozen. And there's 4 of us. And when we were on the edge of the lake, you know, we were kicking our feet through the ice to see how thick it was. And not the smartest thing. And we walked out into the middle of the lake and it got a little mushy. So I knew that that was dangerous. My friend Michael said, let's see how thick the ice is here. And he raised his foot up to stomp, and all I got was "no," and didn't even get "no" out of my mouth. And next thing I know, I'm underwater, and Michael's underwater, and Marcus and Conrad are laughing at us. Now they pulled us out, but usually that's not how it usually happens. Usually the people trying to pull you out fall in too. Which I don't know how the hell we got away from that, but we were probably a mile away from the cabin, 2 miles away. It was the hike back, you know, freezing, just the coldest I've ever been. That was awful. You know, I look back at that as an adult and realize what a stupid move that was, and we're lucky to be alive. Well, guess there are other plans. All right, I'm gonna probably set up right over here. Get my stove going, and cook some bacon and some eggs. Be right back. Well, sucks to be me today because I forgot the bacon. But I got some eggs and cheese. So, I'll make a little tea first. Got my Jetboil stove here. Lid on there. That ought to just be a minute or two. So this is what I normally carry with me if I'm going to be on the ice. I have three options that I use. One of the options that I've never used, that what I know about, is if you're walking across some ice where you're not sure of, take a big branch, strong enough, something that'll support your weight and about the length of your body, if not more. The theory behind that is if you fall through the ice, you could put the stick on top of the hole and use it to lift yourself out and climb out. The other method that I use usually is tent spikes. So you get 2 tent spikes, pegs, and you tie some cordage around them, and you run it through your sleeves. Like when you were a little kid, your mom used to put your mittens on like that, at least my mom did. And you have the tent spikes in your sleeves, and if you fall through the ice, you can reach out for the tent spikes and grab them like this, and then dig into the ice and pull yourself out of the hole like that. Usually nobody drowns that falls through the ice. They die of hypothermia because they can't get out. This more recent option I've been using is this ice hatchet. I carry this with me when I'm on the ice. So if I go down, the thinking is I could slam that into the ice, pull myself up, slam it in again, pull myself up. I hope to never have to use them, but pretty fucking scary falling through the ice, and I don't want to do it again. But right here, where I'm standing, the water is no more than, 8 inches deep. So I'm not mildly concerned. Right here, what if it was not the conditions it's in now, but if it was better, I'd be way out there going across. One of the things that bothers me is a little bit is I've been seeing a lot of ice fishermen out here. I don't see any today. Not one person out here, which makes me think the ice is not safe to be out any further, but that's why we're staying close to shore. Got a couple tea bags here, and I put my sugar in my anti-inflammatory prescription bottle. As much as I love doing all these adventures and coming out here, it's a bit of a struggle at times. 'Cause I was in a car accident like 2 years ago. I got rear-ended by a cop that was texting and driving. Man, I was dead stopped on 287 in traffic. I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw this woman rolling up behind me, head straight in her lap, texting away. And I was saying out loud, "Get off the phone, bitch! Get off the phone! Get off the phone!" And she hit me at, like, they say 28 miles an hour, because I said 30 would have set the airbags off. So, man, my back's been fucked up ever since, but it really hurts. But this is my life and this is what I love, so I'll be banged up tomorrow, but these anti-inflammatories seem to be working pretty well. So, anyhow, let's get this tea going. want to litter, like the other scumbags that have been down here. God, I hate litter. People that can't clean up after themselves. Let that steep for a moment. We get the eggs going. Shit, I didn't bring any. I forgot the bacon, and that was my plan, was to cook it in the bacon grease. So I'll have to make scrambled eggs. I'll just keep mixing it. Heat it up. Get the eggs over here. Damn, I'm really upset I forgot the bacon. Use this to... Let that heat up a little bit. Man, son of a bitch. Let me look. I think I have the bacon in there. Nah, I remember I put it in the fridge before I left. Nope. Alright. Salt and pepper there. There's the bag for that. Alright. And it's starting to heat up a little too much. You know what? I feel like this is a bad idea. Alrighty. Just throw a little salt and pepper on there. Get a little higher. This thing's pretty cool. I think I picked this up in Walmart a buck or two. It's really easy, nice and convenient, packs down nice. You got curry, cayenne pepper, garlic salt, black pepper, regular salt, paprika, a little garlic salt. Just a little bit of that in there too. All right. Oh, that's nice. I don't know if you can hear it on the video or not, but it's something I'll never get used to with being on the ice, is, man, it cracks and gurgles and makes all sorts of eerie, scary sounds. And that's all normal, but it's just, oh God, it scares the fuck out of you. Man, I can't believe I forgot bacon. Jeez, I would have rather forgotten the eggs. This isn't too bad. It's not sticking. Of course, I'll have to scrub this out later. And I will be taking the eggshells home with me because I don't like to litter. I am really surprised there's no one out here ice fishing. I'm telling you, like the last couple weeks there's been a ton of people out here ice fishing. All I know is I ain't going out any further on this ice than I am right now. I was gonna come down here tonight if I could get out further and shoot in that direction for the sunset, and then hang out and do some astrophotography if there's no clouds. But I think, you know, there's a little bit of clouds now. Might be some more moving in. And that doesn't work well for trying to photograph stars. Ah, my back hurts. Fuck. Brought some cheese. Put that on top there. Help melt the cheese a little bit. And of course I got my little table again. This thing's awesome, but admittedly I forgot to clean it after my last weekend, so it's a little dirty. Oh man, this is perfect. Turn this off. All right, not a bad place to have breakfast. Wow, so good. Fuck, would have been better with bacon. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this and check back in a little bit. All right, just cleaned up the area. Cleaned up the area. I'm gonna hike out of here now. These crampons are so glad I brought these. That trail coming down was nothing but ice. And I'm gonna try to clean up after these scumbags over here. God, I hate litter. You know, I've been coming out in these woods like almost 30 years now. Used to never see anyone back here. Not that I saw anyone today, but ever since the pandemic, fucking people are in here all the time. You know, I see people in places I've never ever seen people before. And now since the pandemic, I'm seeing shit like this. Garbage and trash that people leave around. You know, of course this isn't my property, but I treat it like it is. So I'll keep cleaning up. Just wish the scumbags would stop coming here, or at least stop littering. Beer can. Beer can. What else? I don't know. Looks like a goddamn catering tray. Alright. I'm gonna turn this off and clean up and get out of here. I'm back home. And here's the bacon I forgot. And I was not able to clean up those things as best as I wanted to down there because they were frozen in the ground. So I will go back when it's warmer and clean up someone else's mess. And I hope to never forget the bacon again. Big mistake. Big mistake.